second day of me recording the last day of the season, and make sure you guys like and subscribe. We're so close to 200 subscribers, and make sure you go to my bio, subscribe to my TikTok, subscribe to my Twitch. If you guys don't know my Twitch, then that's okay. Go join my Discord. I do giveaways. Like right now I'm wearing a shirt of mine that I made. Go to my store, it's in my bio too. But we are going to be playing some games with Fortnite and just talking and all that. And let me know if you guys like these videos. But I'm going to tell you guys a small little story that happened. So one time, no, I forgot a lot about that story. But one time, me and my brother walked into each other and got a black eye. That's basically the whole thing, but not the whole thing, but yeah. But hold on. Should I go live for the live night? My sister's graduation is tomorrow. Don't want to miss it. I mean, it's at my house. I'm just gonna go live for the live night anyway. Yeah, I'll do this. I'll be in the. Yeah, I'll just do the graduation party. But yeah, I'll just be in my room doing the graduation party. That good, chat? Should I touch grass and get off Fortnite? Okay.
What?
Give me 1 second. Oh, people got into the same game, I guess. Alright, I just got online, so I'm a bit rusty. Who broke me down? He does not know I have another 100 maps. Okay, so where are we landing? Where are we landing? This is the last day of the season, but we're not landing at any of the new POIs. So, here's a time where I got stitches. So one time, I was at my house, and like usual, we all had to go to my aunt's place where she owns a business. I'm not going to tell you, but me, my cousin, and brother all went there, and my other cousin. She lives with me, but one of the cousins are a boy, and I'm going to talk about the boy cousin, not the girl cousin. She's going to be barely in this, but okay, so alright, so one time we all had to go there. My aunt not force us, but makes us go there to do our homework because we're all homeschooled, but my brother's not homeschooling there, so he's good now. So we'd all go there. My dad is a construction worker. He builds stuff, but not like build stuff. He just goes inside buildings and builds stuff. And so he was building a daycare next to the in my aunt's place. And so he so we all had to do our homework. My cousin, the boy cousin, did not have to do it because he's not homeschooled. He's our cousin. But me, the girl cousin, and my brother all had to do homework. And after like a couple of hours, we all get done. Me and my brother plays at the places for a bit, and then we look at outside, see our dad's car right there. We called him, asked if we could come over. He answered the phone. He said yeah, he will pick us up in a second because he's right next door to us. So after a bit, he picks us up and we start walking over there with him. Once we get there, we say hi to the dog. Me, the boy cousin, and my brother. The girl cousin did not come because she never goes there. But we all go say hi to the dog that's there. He has a half of a tail. But we go in there, start playing around. My dad told us to stop playing around before one of us gets hurt. We said okay, but don't know why, but this feels wrong to say. But so we kept playing around. Well, first we stopped for a bit. We kept playing around afterwards. I helped one of my dad's coworkers to build something. Like I helped him with the floors, and then after I helped him with the floors, he said thank you, and then I go to my brother and boy cousin, and afterwards we start playing around again. There's this one area where this still gives me the chills to say, but there's this one area where there's nails all around it. I climbed over there. My brother and boy cousin said we should play a game. I said what game? And they said tag, and I got tagged, so I ran over, but I did not know there was a nail that's about to go into my leg. Okay, I do not want to tell you guys this. It's probably going to gross you guys out, but still. My brother looked down and see the nail, and I did not feel nothing. I mean nothing. He said, Alex, come on, you need to go to our dad. I looked down and started crying because that's when I noticed I had a nail in my leg. So then I started jumping to my dad. But the reason is why I'm so dumb and I should only play Fortnite. I was jumping on the leg that had the nail. Yes, that's how stupid I am. But afterwards, my dad grabbed a napkin, made me put it over my like stitch thingy, and I did it, and after that, my dad carried me over across the street again to take me to my aunt and grandma, and I went over there. He told me I had to go to the hospital. My grandma said okay and called my mom. My mom picked me up a minute later, and I went to the hospital, and for some reason I started singing. I started singing a Kendrick Lamar song called TV Off, if you guys didn't hear about that. But I was like, turn this TV off, turn this TV off. Don't get involved. Yeah, I'm so stupid. Don't ask me why. This is my new log event photo and that. But after all that, my mom finally got us to, well, after that we started driving, and my mom asked me why I was singing. I said I don't know. And for some reason, I was not crying during this whole thing. And, look. And after all that, I get a call from my dad. I said hello, and my voice was not even scared at all. For some reason, yeah. But I said hello. He said, if you want me and your brother to go there, let me know. Because my cousin had to go back across the street to my grandma and aunt. I said okay, and after all that, why can I not hit a ball? But after all that, me and my dad started talking for a bit on the phone. I said okay. Bye and love you. Once he hanged up, he did the same thing. And my brother speaked on the phone, asked if I was okay. I said yeah. But this is the same brother that would beat me up anytime I asked him for a charger or something. He stole a charger. But anyways, I got it back. Well, he didn't steal it. I left it at his house. He never brought it back. So, technically my fault. Where is these bullets coming from? So, me and my dad hanged up. I started talking to my mom for a bit. My mom asked why I did not seem scared. I said hide real quick. And then after all that, we got into like a little bit of traffic. My mom started yelling at the other cars to like hurry up so I can get to the hospital. And and after that, we got to the hospital. When I got to the hospital, we were sitting in the waiting area, and it felt like a second, and then they got me to go inside, and I went inside the thingy, like whatever it's called, and then the doctor tried to make me feel better, and like, do you want to speak to this doctor? You don't have to look at him. I could face the camera away, because he was at his house, and they just told me if I wanted to speak to him. I was like, yeah, I guess I can look. And then after that, I looked and started talking to him. I felt nervous for a second. And while I was talking to him and all that, but after all that, they took me to another room with different stuff. And yeah, that kid's probably yelling at me now. Thanks for the mythic, I guess. But then I talked to him and stuff, and the doctors looked at me, and there was no nervous in my mouth. Like, I didn't seem nervous, but I was nervous to speak to that doctor. But they took me to a different room. I sat down on the bed. I got into that uniform the doctor told me to. And my mom was on her phone watching some Facebook stuff. I don't know why. I could have died, which I couldn't. But I could have my leg chopped off. So I got my whatever shot is called. I forgot what it's called. And once I got that, hold on. The doctors came in. The other doctors came in, and yeah, you guys. I'm not going to say that right. But then the doctors came in. I went into the one bed out the door, and they put some medicine in my leg. I said thank you, and well, I didn't say thank you because they did it. And after that, they walked out, let the medicine cool down. Then they put numbing medicine. I asked my mom for her hand. She gave me it. Yes, I'm sounding crappy, but still, it hurt, but not as much as you think. But she gave me her hand, and when they put that numbing medicine in, I was so close to biting my mom's hand. And then my mom said we can get McDonald's after this if you don't cry or anything. So I did not cry the whole time. After they put the stitches on, I didn't feel a thing. And they walked out the room, asked if I wanted a lollipop. Not a lollipop, but like a popsicle. I said yeah. I ate a popsicle. And then when I was about to leave, that's really good. I don't like those. When I was about to leave, they asked if I wanted another lollipop. I said no, thank you. But I took it anyways to give it to my big brother. And then I gave it to him. Well, I didn't give it to him straight away because, yeah. And then my mom called my stepdad. And my stepdad said, do you want me to come? I can skip work to go there. And I had to say yes because, yeah, if I said no, that would make me seem rude. So I said yes. And he came after a bit, and he said, did I cry at all? I said no. Well, when I got the nail stuffed into me and I looked down, I did. But he said, okay, that's good then. Then I started laughing nervously, and then after that, I can't break. Alright, so after that, my mom asked if I wanted to ride with him or her, and since I already ride with my mom on the way there, I rode with my mom on the way back. Yeah, you guys probably thought I was gonna say stepdad, but you guys must be dumb or something. I'm just kidding. Make sure you guys like and subscribe though, please. We're so close to 200. But then after that, we got home, and my mom said she could play whack-a-mole. If you guys don't know what that is, it's one of those games where you have to like hit the whatever, like anything into the hole before it goes back in there. So I said how, because I didn't get the joke, and and she said because you still got the hole in your leg. And first I said how, and my stepdad started laughing because I was at their house. And then afterwards, I asked my stepdad, what does she mean? She said, then my mom said, because you still have a hole in your body. I said, hey, that's not nice. Just like that, but in a playful tone. And then after that, I went in the kitchen to grab some food. I got some food, and like a week or 2 weeks later, me, my grandma, my aunt, my grandma, my aunt, my cousin, my brother, my other cousin, like my uncle's girlfriend, and all that. My mom and my stepdad didn't come. I don't know why. Probably. And my big brother didn't come. My sister came. My cousin came. I have a lot of cousins. Yeah. But everybody went. After that, we were in Florida. When we were in Florida, they got us a hotel room. As soon as we got there, I ran straight to the bathroom because I had to use the bathroom. It's an 18-hour long drive. You expect me not to use the bathroom? Dang. But I got into the bathroom and when I got in there, bro, what are these kids doing? Alright, but when I got there, they asked, it was like at nighttime, they asked if we wanted to go to swimming. I went there, but I didn't go swimming at all yet. But I actually did go swimming, but not as soon as I did. But before I went swimming, my aunt and my uncle told me to come in before they throw me in the pool. I said no because I had my stitches and I didn't feel like going in the pool because I was too scared. And then he took me, like, didn't take me, but they convinced me to get in the pool somehow. And then I got into the pool and I got so scared I got back out because of my stitches. And hold on. Alright, so then I got my stitch. Well, then I got into the pool somehow. They convinced me, and I got scared. I hopped back out, and then I got back in. And this time I had a floaty on me just in case. I hopped in that floaty, and they asked if I'm okay. I said yeah. And then my cousin, like my girl cousin, not the one that lives with me, but another one, her and my sister looked at me. I don't know why, but I think they wanted to play something. And they all asked if we wanted, like the adult asked if we wanted to play Marco Polo. I said yeah, I guess. And then I told my sister something, and this is what I said. If we're playing this, can you please push me around in the floaty? She said yeah. And she started pushing me around in the floaty, and I got out afterwards. I got dressed and all that, blah blah blah. We went back into the hotel room. I fell asleep, and yeah, it's a pretty crazy story. It's crazier that this game is almost over. But how long is this video? Sorry, that's my it's 20 minutes long. So yeah, that's basically the whole story. But here's another story that's part of it, but not part of it. We got back home, all that, it was dark out, blah 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 blah. Yeah, it's the biggest thing. We got home, it's dark out, and I stayed up half of the night because I couldn't sleep, blah blah blah. And hold on, let me get rid of this spacecraft. And once we get home, basics, of course, blah 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 blah. And we got home, and after like a month or two, I still had stitches. Hold on. So then my dad called us on Saturday and asked if we still wanted to go to Great Wolf Lodge. Me, my brother, my sister, but sorry, the Google on whatever play. Yeah, I'm not gonna finish it because it will pop up again. But we got there and I was scared to get in the pools again. And then we went to the doctors, not the doctors, but like the nurses. Hold on. Alright, so we went to the nurses and like in the Great Wolf Lodge, we went to the nurses. No, Kalahari. We went to the nurses in Kalahari. They put something around it. I got scared for a bit, and then I finally got in the pool. Alright, so when I got into the pool, my dad told me to go on this big yellow slide. I got scared. It's called the race slide, I think. I got in it anyways, because he made me. And, and I'm not going down without a flight on moment. After all that, we went to Great Wolf Lodge and blah blah blah. So we went to Great Wolf Lodge, all that blah blah blah. I already told you the basics. I went outside, it was fun, and then we had to leave, but my dad did not have enough money for another Uber, so we called my grandma and we got picked up, and that's the whole story. Thanks for watching, and make sure you hit that subscribe button. Let me know if you like this, and I'll do more.